Hi, everybody. It's your girl Ebony, also known as High Frequency Seeker. And you already know that this channel is to help you build knowledge and skills to attract abundant health, wealth, and happiness into your life. So, welcome to another video. Um, and as you can read from the title, this is about Adam and Eve, you guys. I been recently reading this book. Well, I've been working on divine love and relationships, and y'all, love is complicated, okay? It is very complicated. Maybe we made it that way. I don't know. But um, been working on divine love and divine couples, feminine and masculine energy. And I found this book, Love and Respect. Um, And it's about women need unconditional love, but men need unconditional respect, right? And while reading this book, y'all, I'm really trying to keep my heart open, my mind focused. And I'm just like, Lord, help me, okay? And excuse me if you hear my kid in the background. I really wanted to make this video. So excuse me if you hear him in the background. But I actually find this love and relationship connection to be very helpful. It is rooted from like the Bible, but I do, see jewels in it to help us out. But there's one thing I have to talk about. Like, I'm a type of person that I like to get to the root cause, okay? If you come here, I like to get to the root cause of things. And I feel like, so I like to get to the root cause of things, right? And in this book, Love and Relationship, it talks about how like relationships are in a crazy cycle. And it's like the crazy cycle, and then the energizing cycle, and then the rewarding cycle. And he also kind of broke it down to tips for divine masculine and divine feminine. So right now I'm in the book looking at the divine masculine, like, what a woman should do for a man, right? For the divine masculine, like what God had intended for us, right? So the funny thing is, so I got to the chapter of conquest, like men desire to work and respecting their desire to work. Cool beans. I get that, right? And as I'm reading it, in this chapter, y'all, I suggest y'all look at my tarot art with the man holding his heart tarot art. I don't know which one came first. I don't know if this book came first and then the pastor made that video, or the pastor read this book. But in this chapter, they kind of say the exact same words. It's the whole principle behind Adam and Eve. And Eve was a helpmeet for Adam because God didn't want man to be alone. Okay? Because God didn't want Adam to be alone, so he created a helpmeet, which was Eve. The pastor, they don't talk about it in this book, but the pastor in that video talks about how Eve eating the apple wasn't the fault of man. Adam had a choice not to eat the apple, and he did. Okay? So let's just start there. Okay? I feel like this Adam and Eve story has our social conscious on a crazy cycle. Okay? And it's time to get to the root cause and heal this wound. And that's the basis of this video. I don't want to go too deep into, like in depth, because I do want you to do your research. Just don't agree with my opinion. Definitely do your own research as well. But definitely do your own research as well. So the gentleman in the book, talks about how Eve was made as a helpmeet for Adam. Okay. And I'm just going to tell y'all my opinion about the creation story of Adam and Eve. I believe it's untrue. And I probably will get a lot of slack from that, but I believe the story is untrue. I believe that this was a story Moses created to explain where they came from instead of talking about Egypt. Because as I've told you before, Egypt has their own creation story, and that is where Moses was from. I believe the Garden of Eden is in Egypt, and that's where life on this earth started, was in Egypt. And if you understand light can spread. So starting there in Egypt, things spread it out, right? Which I don't want to get too far into that, but that's what I believe the Garden of Eden is, and what is. Where all life started was in Egypt, and Moses left that place and created a new nation. You know what I mean? And wanted to leave that behind. So I do feel like this story is untrue. And what I can feel and see in this story of Adam and Eve is Moses' mother issues, right? I really see Moses' mother issues in this story, which I won't get into this video because that would be like too long. But if you understand Egypt and what they practice, the mutual of male and female were equal. I mean, yes, men are there to protect and provide, not control. Okay? But we ain't even gonna get in there. Also, if there are any males listening to this video, please listen to this with me as like your sister, your friend, your teacher, or something like that. Like, I am not trying to bash men, the masculine energy at all. I'm just trying to get to the root cause and spread awareness so we can get to the energizing cycle and get off the crazy cycle, okay? So as I stated, I don't feel like this story is true. It was, Moses wanted to create a starting point and not using Egypt as that starting point. Also in this story, Eve is made from Adam's rib. Is a big thing of why men feel superior to women, right? Which is the most unnatural thing ever. Men cannot come from a man like that. We know that, right? It's like so unnatural. But people say, well, God can do anything. Agreed, but we know that's not natural. Okay. So I had a conversation with a gay gentleman of mine, talking about this situation one time. This was a long time ago. Excuse me. And the first thing he brought up was, well, he ate he ate the apple to get the pussy. And I'm like, I mean, really? Like, he really ate the apple to get the pussy? Like, he wasn't gonna get no more pussy if he didn't eat the apple? No. Adam had a choice, and Adam made a choice to eat the apple, and we both got punished. Eve ate the apple and had to bear children, and it was painful. That was her punishment for eating the apple. Adam was punished for eating the apple and was removed from the garden. That is why men have to work, or, not really have to work, but how they feel like they lost their prosperity because of women. But Eve didn't make him eat the apple. He chose to eat the apple. So I want to throw this out here. What would life be like, or what would this story be like if Adam didn't eat the apple and just slapped that mug out of her hand and was like, no, I'm not eating it? What would life be like? What would life be like? Right? Just, journal it, think about it, right? What would life be like if Adam didn't eat the apple? They would still be in the garden. You know what I'm saying? They would still be in the garden. And not even to mention that supposedly and that's where the story just gets like weirder, because I'm talking to my friend about it and he's like, well, Adam had a first wife. And I'm like, what? What do you mean he had a first wife? So we look, he tell me about it. I look into it, whatever. And Adam supposedly had a first wife. Where did this first wife come from? Like, okay, why you think I think the story is untrue? So Adam supposedly had a first wife. Eve was supposedly 12 years old when this situation happened. Supposedly Eve, especially if she's the second wife, she didn't even know about this rule to not eat of the tree. A lot of this one story that we have cultivated our life around, right? Interesting. And that has played out in history for so long. So when I look at, just the state of divine couples, just the energy that's still here, like, it just reminds me of codependency, of why we're going through these codependent issues and having a hard time being independent, while we're having so much hard times in relationships. It's just interesting, and I really feel like it stems from this one untrue story. Like, this is the root cause of our crazy cycle in divine, in the consciousness of divine love, is rooted in this Adam and Eve's story. And, that's just how I feel about it, you guys. Like I said, I still suggest you do your research on what I'm saying, you know what I mean? And drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel about it. Like, what you think. I'm open to opinions and, details. Like, we have to get on the energizing cycle. And the only way to do that is accepting the truth. You know what I mean? And looking at the root cause of things. So I'm going to leave this here with Adam and Eve. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.